What's up, guys? We're back with our skin picks for the week, and yeah, we're gonna be a superhero in Rust. We're man, woman. I don't know. Anyways, we've got this awesome superhero set from Anathan, and yeah, it comes in red and blue. I thought the blue version just looks a lot better because, and the reason for that is there's too much red in Rust, I think. And that's the issue there. So it is a 3-part set. It's a balaclava, a hoodie, and some pants. And yeah, it's got all sorts of little scuff marks on it. This superhero has been doing some stuff. It might even be score marks, keeping how many people they've busted up. I don't know, who knows. But yeah, it's just a unique set. I think it's pretty cool, and it could lead to some funny RP situations, I think, in game. And that's why I definitely love to see this one in there. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on with that one there. Now, we do have a couple of deployables this week, some more skins of clothing, but let's take a look at the deployables. So first off, we've got the Wrangling Brothers, Ringling, get it? Garage door, circus door from Stabby, and I love this thing. It looks awesome, and it just kind of has like that old vibe kind of going on with Rust, and it really makes me want to see a abandoned circus or theme park, preferably a theme park with a circus. That would, oh man, can you imagine that as a monument in Rust? How sick would that be? But anyways, I really like the door. I think he did a great job on it, and it's definitely something I would love to see in game. Now over here we've got the Cobalt mainframe, and that's kind of interesting. What is this thing, right? Well, it is a refrigerator skin from Necro Vacuum. Do not be fooled, it is not an actual server mainframe. It is a refrigerator. But I just love the way it looks, and yeah, I know it kind of doesn't fit, but they took the effort to make it, you know, based off lore. So it's got the Cobalt thing going on, you know, which is the whole secret corporation behind Rust, I guess. You know, we'll find out one day, maybe, about what that is. But it's a cool skin, it's unique, and it's definitely something I'd really love to see. Speaking of unique and different, brings us to this sheet metal door. Now, it doesn't really look too special at first, but Krav has done a kind of cool thing. If you notice, it's a ladder hatch. So someone was making the base, and maybe they made one too many ladder hatches and realized, crap, I need a regular door. I'll just repurpose this ladder hatch, and I like it. It's a reuse of the assets in a creative way, and I just kind of like it. I think it's unique, and we need a little more unique and different into Rust, and I think this is just kind of a cool one. And it leans a little bit on the silly side, but it's also on the practical side where, you know, it's something else in Rust repurposed. So I think that is a really cool thing right there. Next up, we've got this first aid sleeping bag, and this is brought to us by Tony. And yeah, it's just a really nice looking sleeping bag. I thought, you know, sleeping bag skin would be nice this week. What's good out there? And we're trying to pick things that have been sitting on the Trello for a bit. So this is one of those things where I was like, I really like this bag. I think it's a nice one. I think it would fit nicely into the game. And it could even blend in certain areas a little bit. So, you know, it's got some greens and dark colors. You might be able to place it somewhere and, you know, hide it a tiny bit. So yeah, that's pretty much the deployables for this week. Let's go ahead and check out the other armor and clothing pieces. So next up, we've got the Spartan Warlord set from the metal faceplate and chest piece, and I just love it. It's the Spartan Warlord by Milo. Milo did an awesome job. This one's been sitting around for a while, and I know a lot of people want the Spartan stuff. Plus, look, it has nipples. I mean, how can you not love it? It just kind of screams Rust. It's got all sorts of bloody marks all over it. This armor has seen some battles, and I think it's just it's a really cool set. And it would be neat to add in, especially since we have a couple Spartan swords and some other stuff like that. So it'd definitely be an awesome set to see in game. Next up, we've got a little interesting piece. It's actually a balaclava, but it's made to look like kind of like a Hannibal Lecter cannibal mask thing to keep on someone from biting. So yeah, you got this muzzle, prisoner muzzle thing going on, and it's really old. It's been around for a while. Stab made it. And it's never something that got into the game, but I feel like it's something that's highly appropriate to see in Rust. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, you see someone running around with this, you're gonna be like, you know, I should probably, you know, run away before they eat me. I mean, that's just what it says, you know what I mean? Lastly, for our clothing this week, we've got the Death Lord set from Johnny Oldboy, and this is just really neat. It's got skulls on the knees. Everyone always likes skulls. Skulls are awesome in video games, and it's just a nice mix of kind of like earth tones and colors. There's some reds, browns, and grays, and it's just a really nice hoodie and pants set. Definitely something I think that would fit into the game quite well. So that's why I decided to show it. Now, I know we already had a hoodie and pants, but that was kind of our silly thing for the week, was the superhero outfit. This is a more serious note of something that I think would be a really good clothing combination for the game. It definitely goes with a lot of road sign sets out there, as well as even some high-qual sets. So it's definitely something I think that would fit in quite nicely. I definitely picture people wearing this in-game. Alright, next, let's get to our items. Starting with this sweet hammer by Relic. And so this is the wood hammer fist. As you can see, it looks like fists. And I don't know, it's not crazily overdone. It's kind of simple. It looks like it was made in-game, you know, carved from a piece of wood. And it's just neat. I like it quite a bit, and it's quite different. There is a different version of it that has a gem on one side, but I don't know. I felt like it looked kind of weird. I really like the simplicity of this one with the details that it has, and I think it would just be a nice little fit as a alternate hammer from the vanilla look. Next, let's jump into the Rock skin. Now, if you guys have watched my series, my RP series, the very first episode, this Rock made a debut in there. I love this Rock. It's hilarious. Bad Trip has done a good job on making a silly Rock. And I would really love to see this turtle in-game. Help, you know you want to put it in. Look at this turtle. It's just like, it screams, I belong in this game. It just does. Look at it. Look at its face. We have to. Next up, we've got this sick-looking python. Now, there are some similarities of it. It is the Radical Python, brought to us by FaZe. And yes, it looks a little bit like some of the other kind of orangey yellow pythons, but I think it was different enough to actually be worth mentioning. I love the details to the cylinder, the different colors on it. Aiming down the sight is very rusty looking, and yeah, I really appreciate that look. It's definitely something that fits into the game quite well, in my opinion. Next up, we've got this super rusty AK, brought to us by Stab, and I just love the look of it. It is very rusty. It's got cool little details here. It looks like it's been sitting out in the rain, but someone took the time to go ahead and draw on it, and it kind of looks like an eye. You've got the teeth going on and everything, and yeah, it's just, I don't know, I really felt some of these more rustic looking skins this week, and this is definitely one that I think deserves some re-attention to be re-looked at, and I would love seeing it in game. Next up, we've got the Bolty. So if you haven't already seen the other two that were accepted, there's a Python as well as the Caution, I believe, Box and AK, if I don't know, I might be wrong. But this is brought to us by Bad Trip, of course, just like the other ones. I love the little inscribed "Trust No One." It goes along with the cautionary theme. There's caution tape wrapped all around it. It got dead end. You got some biohazard, keep out, and when you zoom down the scope, it's very, again, rusty looking. And it has the little hazmat symbol. And yeah, there is actually something scrolled down on the slide there, and I don't know what it says. I'm gonna have to pause the video to see what that is, but yeah, it's definitely a cool looking Bolty and something I would love to see in the game. I like the little detail work to it, as you can usually expect from a lot of these awesome skin creators, and yeah, it definitely looks really great. To finish it off, something we also don't get a lot of skins for are frag grenades. So Krav has brought us the Screw You grenade, which again, the name just fits. It's rusty, it's dirty, it's been sitting in the box for a while, and that's kind of this week's theme. And I love the Screw You thing. It's just funny. I mean, there's literally screws in it, as you can see, and the name just kind of fits along with the whole personality between a lot of people in Rust. So yeah, it's very appropriate. I love the look of this thing, and it's an awesome little grenade. So that does it for our skin picks for this week, guys. Tell me which ones you like the most, which ones you'd like to see in-game and why, and hopefully Hulk will pick some of these for the upcoming skins this Thursday. Tune in Thursday to see which ones do get in, as I'll preview them, along with whatever update information I might have for you guys. And thanks for watching. We will see you later this week for that video.